The Honorable Members, President of the Republic of India, His Excellency Ram Nath Kovind, and First Lady Savita Kovind, parliamentarians all, distinguished guests. It is my pleasure to welcome the Honorable President of the Republic of India. His Excellency Ram Nath Kovind to the Parliament of Jamaica. And we're very happy that First Lady is also present with us. The governments of Jamaica and India share a strong commitment to democratic ideals. And it is truly significant, therefore, that you should visit our Parliament, Your Excellency, at this very time, when Jamaica and India celebrate milestones in democracy. Jamaica's 60th anniversary of independence and India's 75th year of independence. As well as the 60th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between our two countries. Members, it is our honor to have you with us this morning, Your Excellency, and we look forward to your address later. Prime Minister.
The Honorable Ram Nath Kovind, President of the Republic of India. The Honorable Marissa Dalrymple-Philibert, Speaker of the House of Representatives. Senator, the Honorable Tom Tavares Finson, President of the Senate, parliamentarians, all other honored guests, and I pause to recognize First Lady Sativa Kovind. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is our privilege to host the Honorable Ram Nath Kovind, President of the Republic of India, on his official visit to Jamaica. Shri Kovind, Namaste. I join in welcoming you to this specially convened joint sitting of Parliament and look forward to your remarks during this morning's proceedings. We consider it an honor that you have accorded us this visit, the first by an Indian head of state to Jamaica. Your presence is an important acknowledgement of the strength and depth of the Jamaica-India relationship. We are pleased that India, the world's largest democracy, is represented through you, Mr. President, here at our Parliament, which embodies Jamaica's own demonstrated commitment and adherence to democracy and good governance. Madam Speaker, as you have mentioned, Jamaica and India established diplomatic relations on the 12th of August 1962. We will celebrate our diamond anniversary of formal relations this year, but we recognize that our relationship began more than 175 years ago, in 1845 to be exact, with the arrival of the first Indians at Old Harbour in St. Catherine. St. Catherine, Excellency, being my own parish of birth, and I do claim some Indian heritage. The long-standing history of collaboration and friendship between Jamaica and India has been central to the economic, cultural, and social development of our island. Our social mosaic has been enriched by the contribution of Jamaicans of Indian descent and the Indian diaspora in Jamaica, who have provided unquestionable commitment to the growth and advancement of Jamaica. It has been a testament to our inclusive reality as evidenced in our national motto, out of many one people. I take the opportunity to again place on record the deep appreciation of the government and the people of Jamaica for the invaluable support provided by the government and people of India towards Jamaica's COVID-19 vaccination efforts. India was the first country to respond to Jamaica's urgent call for vaccines. I myself, Excellency, was amongst the first recipients of the dosage graciously provided by our Indian brothers. This fraternal and much needed support will long be remembered. We thank you. We have been beneficiaries of Indian know-how through courses and scholarships to build our human capacity and improve our knowledge base. There's also been significant support towards community development, including the approval by the Indian authorities in 2021 of a grant of US $1 million for the Kingston Town Development Project. On a lighter but still very important note, India has been a gracious partner towards cooperation in health and sports and other areas of infrastructure development, but in sports in particular. We make special note of India's contribution to development of cricket in Jamaica. Including being instrumental in providing funding for the provision of floodlights at Sabina Park so that we could And on your trip, Excellency, you also provided gears for some of our cricketers. We note with great appreciation. These and other tangible ways in which India has demonstrated its support to Jamaica are also indicative of a commitment to South-South cooperation and to building Madam Speaker, members, India has a proud tradition of providing stellar intellectual leadership globally. Your country, Mr. President, has been instrumental in deepening our understanding of and appreciation for the arts and sciences. India also stands as the birthplace of two major religions and multiple spiritual doctrines and philosophies that have influenced religious and cultural practices all over the world, including here in Jamaica. Modern India has therefore found its rightful place and is being appropriately recognized as a center of scientific and technological advancement, particularly in the areas of information technology, medicine, and agriculture. Through the astute leadership provided by Prime Minister Modi, who I consider a friend, India has successfully combined age-old and well-proven traditions and values with cutting-edge innovation, while simultaneously diversifying and expanding its outreach to create a dynamic, vibrant, and innovative society. Parliamentarians all, the government of Jamaica is committed to deepening its relations with India. We have done so through the establishment of the High Commission of Jamaica in New Delhi, which has been in operation since September 2020. Excellency, I give you the assurance that I will personally be in India to officially open the High Commission. The government will continue to work towards expanding the Jamaica-India partnership, which has been strengthened during President Kovind's visit. Yesterday, a memorandum of understanding was signed to increase cooperation in the field of diplomatic training. This will add to the important capacity-building initiatives already being offered by India to Jamaica. We look forward to broadening our engagement at the multilateral level on issues of critical development importance, in particular climate change. Mr. President, during your historic visit, a section of Tower Street between Church Street and Lower South Camp Road was renamed in honor of Dr. B.R.D. Ambedkar. Dr. Ambedkar was a leading activist and social reformer, a messiah for the downtrodden. Ambedkar continuously fought for the eradication of caste-based discrimination that had fragmented Indian society. You have compared him, Excellency, to our own Marcus Garvey. Ambedkar himself was the victim of discrimination, inequality, and prejudice. However, fighting against all odds, he received higher education, becoming the first ever from his community to do so. After completing his studies, he launched himself politically, fighting for the rights of the depressed classes and against the inequality practiced in the society. Academically trained as a jurist, he went on to become the first law minister of Free India and the chief architect of the Constitution of the Republic of India. a section of a road in the vicinity of our Supreme Court was renamed in his honor. Mr. President, it would be clear from your visit that our two countries have much in common, including our membership and work in the Commonwealth. And we will commit as partners to work on the building of the Commonwealth. So, Mr. President, I thank you once again for visiting Jamaica. We trust that during your time here, you have been able to enjoy some of our local sights and flavors of Jamaica. As you return to your incredible country, please take back with you fond memories of the time you have spent with us. Please pass on to Prime Minister Modi our highest regards and respect. Mr. President, be assured of Jamaica's deepest respect and admiration.
Leader of the Opposition.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Your Excellency, Sri Ramnath Kovind, First Lady, your delegation from the Republic of India, Prime Minister, parliamentary colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I also extend a heartfelt and warm Jamaican welcome on behalf of the opposition members of Parliament and senators to the President of the Republic of India, Your Excellency, President Ramnath Kovind. It is indeed an honor for us to welcome you to Jamaica and to our nation's Parliament. President Kovind has distinguished himself on the protection of women's rights. The 4 days of your visit to Jamaica will be marked in history as a significant milestone in Jamaican-Indian relations, and as has been said, this is the first such visit of an Indian president to our shores. India's relationship with Jamaica is forged through a common history of colonial experience, our resistance to oppression, and our determination to achieve freedom and full independence for our people. From cooking with curry to a passion for the game of cricket, Jamaica and India have cultural connections which lie deep in the hearts of our respective peoples. And we are able to communicate easily because we use a common language. We enjoy the Bollywood films on our screens, as you enjoy the accomplishments of Chris Gayle and Andre Russell on your IPL pitches. Our shared historic experiences have also resulted in our nations having in common many foundational characteristics, including commitment to the rule of law, a democratic system of government, the protection of human rights, and our membership of the Commonwealth. In international affairs, Jamaica and India were leaders in the international struggle to end the apartheid system in South Africa. And both nations helped to forge an independent, non-aligned path for developing nations amidst the political polarization of the Cold War era. As has been said, Jamaica has benefited and is continuing to benefit tremendously from friendly relations with India. from which have sprung numerous bilateral partnerships which have assisted our national development and have created opportunities for our people. Over many years, India has demonstrated generous support for Jamaica and other states in the Caribbean and remains committed to the development of our region and fostering Commonwealth unity. Through the CARICOM Development Fund, India has invested in our economies, providing financial and technical assistance in critical areas such as renewable energy, physical infrastructure, and the development of our human resources. We note with admiration the rapid pace of India's economic development over the past 2 decades, and indeed, India is projected to have the fastest growing economy of any major economy in the world this year. India's emergence as a world leader in diverse industries such as pharmaceuticals, computer and technology, and global outsourcing activities is remarkable. Your strategic investments in the education and training of your people have borne fruit, helping to drive your economy forward with a high level of global competitiveness and in emerging industries. As a testament to this success, Indians now provide senior executive positions in many of the current large companies across the world. Many household names, including in the West, are now managed at the highest level by Indian nationals. Of particular note is India's remarkable pace of adoption of a most profound digital transformation, which has effectively penetrated all levels of your population. It is driving efficiency in your economy, it is supporting the high levels of economic growth of which I spoke, and it is helping to uplift vulnerable and marginalized segments of your vast population. We salute you for your innovativeness. As has been said, during the COVID-19 pandemic, India aided Jamaica and other countries in our region by generously donating the first batch of vaccines to become available to us. And Prime Minister may have mentioned that he and I actually got vaccinated at the same place at more or less the same time and tried to set a tone for the nation as a whole in embracing vaccination. India's vital gift has helped to lay the foundation for our recovery from the ravages of this pandemic. And it underscores the importance of long-standing relationships based on mutual respect, collaboration, and cooperation. The world is witnessing the emergence of a new set of challenges, including climate change, food insecurity, high inflation. And these are threatening to wreak havoc on developing nations like ours and are exacerbating the underlying inequities around the world. It is a time when mature and tested relationships like that enjoyed between India and Jamaica will be vital in finding ways to overcome these serious global challenges. I'm confident that Jamaica and India will remain close partners as we navigate these increasingly complex global issues. Mr. President, I look forward to productive dialogue during your visit and hope that throughout your stay here, we will have meaningfully demonstrated our nation's respect, appreciation, and gratitude for your great nation. Once again, Mr. President, we welcome you and your delegation to Jamaica and to our Parliament. Thank you.
I now invite His Excellency Ram Nath Kovind, President of the Republic of India, to address this joint sitting of the Honorable Senate and the House of Representatives.
Speaker, Madam Marisa Dalrymple Filbert, Honorable President of the Senate, Mr. Thomas Tabris Finson, the Most Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Andrew Holness, Leader of the Opposition, Mr. Mark Golding, Honorable Ministers, distinguished members of the House of Representatives and the Senate, especially invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am deeply honored to be addressing the joint sitting of both the Houses of Parliament today. Madam Speaker, as the constitutional head of the world's largest democracy, I feel delighted and honored to speak to this august gathering of the leaders of the vibrant democracy of Jamaica. Let me also state at the outset that being in Jamaica, experiencing its lively culture and meeting its even livelier people is something I was eagerly looking forward to. The soul-stirring songs of Bob Marley, reggae music, sports superstars, as well as the warm and welcoming nature of the Jamaicans are well known the world over. So are your Blue Mountain coffee and the beautiful beaches. Madam Speaker, 15,000 kilometers away from India, I feel very much at home before you. And why should I not, when this House has many distinguished members with Indian lineage? Jamaica has welcomed Indians with open arms and given them dignity and respect. As a result, not just politics, but business, music, sports, dress, and food have all witnessed rich Indian cuisines. Madam Speaker, I brought with me from India a sandalwood sapling, and I planted it at the India-Jamaica Friendship Garden in the Hope Botanical Garden case study. I am confident that this sapling one day will grow into a tree and enrich the garden with its warm fragrance, much like the Indian community has grown and is contributing to the development of Jamaica. And yet, it is not only the Indian diaspora and the cultural bonds that bring our two countries together, but our belief in democracy and liberty also binds us together. The idea that all citizens are created equal is a center pillar of the Jamaican Constitution. Our founding fathers too shared the same belief and sought individual liberty for every citizen in India. They created a modern nation with freedom, democracy, and equality as its soul, and in doing so, they ensured that we continue to celebrate unity in diversity, which is so similar to Jamaica's motto of "out of many, one people." I stand here today not only as a visiting head of a state, but as a representative of a fellow nation with a shared tradition. Madam Speaker, yesterday I began my visit with paying my obeisance at the memorial of the Right Excellent Marcus Garden. His pioneering leadership against injustice and discrimination has inspired generations across the globe, giving dignity and a better life to millions. Members and friends, in India, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, revered by the people, dedicated himself for the uplift of the downtrodden and eradication of social evils. He introduced the provisions for social empowerment in the Constitution and was rightly called the architect of the Indian Constitution. I feel grateful for the gesture of Jamaican government to name an avenue in Kingston after Dr. Ambedkar, which I inaugurated yesterday. Madam Speaker, it is indeed heartening to see that Jamaica has adhered to the ideals of democracy in letter and spirit since its independence 60 years ago. With an increasing role of women in the public sphere, Jamaica is setting the norms for others to emulate. I would like to congratulate Jamaica for setting an example by appointing a female Chief of Defence Staff. Madam Speaker, with ample natural resources, strategic location, young population and dynamic leadership, Jamaica is poised for even greater economic success. Its leadership in the CARICOM region, international rules-based behavior, and the desire to shoulder greater responsibility make it a partner of choice for other countries. Members and friends, as the world recovers from the COVID-19 crisis, India is projected to grow at the fastest rate among all the major economies. We have increased agricultural productivity many times over since independence, becoming a net exporter of food grains. India is also known as the pharmacy of the world. Manufacturing quality medicines and vaccines at affordable costs. India has crossed the renewable energy capacity of 150 gigawatts and has set itself a target of 450 gigawatts by 2030. We have also taken the lead in the International Solar Alliance to promote solar energy worldwide. India's space program has made great advances. We are one of the select countries to send an orbital mission to Mars, in addition to regularly launching satellites for countries around the world. India is poised to become a knowledge economy that creates, disseminates, and utilizes knowledge to promote growth and development. Today, India and Indians are taking the lead in research and development on cutting-edge technologies like artificial intelligence, machine learning, and metaverse that form the basis of the fourth industrial revolution. India is also the hub of startups and innovative technologies and is among the top 3 countries having the largest number of unicorns. Madam Speaker, a special reference must be made to India's education sector, particularly its world-renowned institutes of excellence, with many of the alumni of the prestigious Indian Institutes of Technology and Indian Institutes of Management heading the largest businesses and technology companies of the world. Under our national education policy released in 2020, India is planning to start new Indian Institutes of Technology abroad. I am happy that Jamaica is one of the first countries to express interest in hosting an Indian Institute of Technology. The national education policy has also opened up specialized technical courses in premier Indian colleges and universities for foreign students. Jamaican students should take advantage of this opportunity by studying at some of the best institutions respected globally, charging only a fraction of the cost compared to Western institutions. Members and friends, the motto of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, Sabka Prayas is our vision of the nation with an inclusive model of development covering every citizen. At the same time, it is a celebration of our diversity, the strength of social harmony, and a commitment to individual liberties and rights. This is the timeless ethos of our culture. This is the core of our constitution and also the foundation of our future. Madam Speaker, India's abiding faith in the ideal of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which means the world is one family, reflects our eternal values. India provided medical assistance to more than 100 countries during the peak of the pandemic and also reached out with COVID-19 vaccines to many countries, including your country. Madam Speaker, Jamaica's strategic position in the vicinity of some of the largest global economies and its talented pool of English-speaking youth provide it with an excellent opportunities to become a knowledge highway and benefit from the fourth industrial revolution. India shares Jamaica's Vision 2030 goals of empowering its people and ensuring a secure, cohesive, and just society while becoming a prosperous and sustainable economy. India is ready to partner with Jamaica and share its technical skills, knowledge and expertise which could transform Jamaica's education and businesses. Top Jamaican businesses already source software and take backroom technical support from technology companies based in India. India and Jamaica are already cooperating under the International Solar Alliance for reducing the carbon footprint. There is also great potential for partnering in the railways and the agricultural sectors, which are among India's strength. For a country with less than 3 million people, It is amazing to see Jamaica's dominance in athletics at the Olympics, World Championships, and other premier sporting events. Sometimes we feel jealous of you. Madam Speaker, you will find India turning to you to learn the lessons in sports and athletics. In music and entertainment, cross-pollination will enrich the entertainment industries in both the countries. Also, in hospitality and tourism, there is a great scope for cooperation and mutual learning. Members and friends, I am confident that our convergences and complementarities will be mutually beneficial. As we celebrate the completion of 60 years of our diplomatic relations, let us derive inspiration and strength from our growing partnership, our foundational principles, and shared values. Let us continue to work together to convert our shared ideals into practical cooperation and to create a more equitable world order. Our partnership will not just lead to building a bright future for our people, but will also act as a bridge to a more united, humane, and prosperous world. I want to recall the expansive worldview of Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the Indian nation, expressed by him while he spoke of the purpose of freedom for India. And I quote, "I want the freedom of my country so that other countries may learn something from my free country, so that the resources of my country may be utilized for the benefit of mankind." Unquote. With these words, I thank Madam Speaker for giving me an opportunity to address this august House. It was a pleasure to share my thoughts with you all. I wish that the people of our great democracies reach new heights of friendship, cooperation, and prosperity. Thank you.
Mr. President, on behalf of the Parliament of Jamaica, I wish to thank you for your gracious speech, which captured